What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we'll be developing our portrait illustration skills by drawing EMINEM. We're going to begin today's lesson with a rough sketch using this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick, but you're welcome to use whatever you like. Now the first thing I'm going to do is just lay out some guidelines to help with the balance and symmetry of our drawing. Let's start by sketching a line coming down the center of our page. So we'll start from the very top. Just going to lightly work our way down towards the bottom. Now we don't want to go too dark because we'll eventually erase this out. Now let's move to the center along the top and draw another line going across from left to right. Now we want to use these two lines to help us create a circle along the top of our page to help define the size of our drawing. So from that center point, let's move up. It's going to mark off the top of our circle. Now we want to measure that distance from the center down towards the bottom. Do the same thing. Now we want to repeat that across this horizontal line. So measuring the distance from the center over towards the left and then the right side. Now we're going to connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create our circle. So we'll start with the top left, and we're just going to rough this in. The circle doesn't have to be perfect because we're just using this as a guide. And just go back and just smooth that out. Let's move out to the side of our circle, draw a straight line coming all the way down towards the bottom. Let's add another line going across the bottom of our circle from left to right. Now with our circle and guidelines in place, we're going to start blocking out the facial features. Let's start by placing the eye line across the center between the center of our circle and the bottom. So right here, let's get your line going across from left to right. Now I want to find the halfway point between that center line and the outside across this line here. So I'm just going to add a short line going across the center on both sides. Let's create some shape around the eyes. So from that center point, we're going to move out. Just going to draw the top of the eyelid. We're going to go up and bend that down towards the inside. Let's do the same thing on the right. Go back to the left, draw the bottom of the eyelid, coming down and then back up on the inside. Now we're just going to lightly tuck the iris underneath the eyelid. Starting on the left, just going to draw a half circle coming down and up on both sides. Now in between the eyes, we're going to come all the way down the middle. We're going to draw a circle for the tip of the nose. So we're going to go here. Just going to lightly sketch this out. From the bottom of our circle, draw a straight line going across. And then we'll angle this back up and in towards the center, creating a triangle. Now from the bottom of the nose, we're going to step down, draw another straight line going across the mouth. Now we're going to go back to the inside of the eyes. We're going to add some shape to the brow. Angle this up and out on both sides. Go up and out across the top of the eyes. Now I want to go back and add a little bit more shape to the mouth. We're going to start with the upper lip, start from that center point, go up and out towards the top, bend this out and then down towards the corners of the mouth. Then we go up and in, come down and in towards the center. Now from the corners of the mouth, add a curve, coming down and up for the lower lip. Now from the bottom of the lip, we're going to move all the way down, just going to mark off the bottom of the chin with a straight line. Now we're going to add some shape to the outside of the head. Let's start from the bottom of our circle along the side. Just going to slope the head, coming down and in towards that mouth line. Around the jaw, come down and in towards the chin. Now above the eye line, we're going to draw two straight angle lines going up and across towards the ear. Come straight down towards the bottom. Angle this back down and in towards the side of the head. And we'll go all the way up to the top, draw a straight line going across the edge of the hair. I want to quickly block in the neck and shoulders. From the jaw, we're going to step in, draw two straight lines coming down. Go back up to the top, slope the shoulders, coming down and out. Now at this stage, we want to get a better look at our proportions. So I'm going to erase these guidelines just to remove the distractions. Now we're going to be using this rough sketch only as a guide to help us modify the shape and proportions. Now I'd like to start with the eyes. We'll start with the eyelid. Just modifying the shape. Not getting too detailed at this stage. We'll come back later and add some more detail. So just looking for the right curve and angles across the eyes. I'm just going to slowly start working this drawing in. So add that double eyelid. Now just roughly blocking in the eyebrow. Across the eye. Just lightly shading that in. And coming down the side. And go back and just adjust the placement of the pupils and iris. Just darken up the center of the pupil. And we'll just work our way across the nose bridge. Just coming down the sides. And at this stage we can adjust as much as we like. We'll just bring the nose up a little bit higher. Just going around the nostrils. I'm just going to shift the mouth over towards the right. Just raise this up a little bit higher, just to match the distance of the nose. Just lightly shading the upper lip. Now from here, it's going to work our way around the temples and the side of the head. So I'm just looking at the distance from the corner of the eye to the side. Round up the cheeks and pull that in. Now we're just going to add some shape to the ears, working our way around the outside and towards the earlobe. And we'll just quickly add those folds inside. Now from here, I'm just going to work my way across the inside of the hairline, going up towards that part. Just going to drop the hair down a little bit lower. Brush this across and then down on the right. And then going back and just modifying the outside of the head shape. Now at this point you can probably see that by using these basic shapes first, you get a little bit more of an accurate representation of your subject. Just going to add a hood going across. Now I'm going to go back and just clean up our drawing one final time before we add some more detail and shading. And now we're going to go in and start adding some detail. I'm going to start with the eyes again, starting with the eyelid. We just want to add some thickness and some darkness, and a few little lashes coming up towards a point. You want to be very subtle with this. And then just working our way around. You'll see with the lower lash, they don't actually sit along the edge of the eye, just on the outside. And just enhance that fold underneath. little bit of shading underneath that eye. Now I'm just going to enhance that texture across the brow. Just working from the bottom, going up and then out. I have a small highlight on the top of the pupil. And I'll shade in the iris, just fading that down towards a reflection and highlight. I'm just doing the same thing across the right eye, starting with the lashes and the eyelid. Just looking for the right angles. And we'll darken up that fold underneath the eye. I'm just going to add a little bit of texture to the hair, starting from the outside, just pulling this up and then in. And just lightly blend this out along the inside. And now we're just using the side edge of our pencil to add some subtle shadows and various tones. Now the head's going to cast a shadow across the top of the neck. So just going to darken this up and just shift it slightly over towards the right. So the light source is coming from the top left of our page. Now as we get closer to the end, we're just going to tighten up our shadows and add a little bit more detail, and always be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of EMINEM. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. Be sure to smash that like button and leave your requests in the comments below. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.